It's Tuesday, 11 minutes after 7. My name is Kobe Spiking Chroma. You're tuned into Joy997FM. And every Tuesday, at this specific time, something happens on your radio. It gets glitchy. You hear that soundtrack, and then, the techies are in there with the bits and the bytes and the megahertz. Yeah, I mean, we hit it till it megahertz you. You feel me, right? Yeah. Anyways, so today we're about to have a very interesting conversation. We're still in COVID times. Some people are living like COVID is gone, but it's not. Still here. Stay safe. Wear a mask. Wash your hands. If you don't have to go out, stay at home. If you have to go out, practice the COVID protocols as diligently as you can. And I mean, don't wear. I saw a guy wearing a mask with a perforated mask, and I was asking myself, is this fashion or he didn't know what was happening, So luckily for him, I had some extra masks. I told him actually, wow, use this one. So don't wear perforated masks. Don't follow fashion. Just try as much as possible to stay safe out there. But on that topic, on that same subject of COVID, the youth, the young ones, they're still at home. And they've been struggling. Some of them have been struggling with trying to study, trying to learn, and parents have been complaining, Chale, method data, buying data. Some parents are complaining about how the internet connectivity is terrible, and some also complain about the quality because sometimes the teachers are showing them the content and the network trips, and then the content goes from high definition to absolutely no definition at all. So you can't even tell a B from a D. Now that'd be very difficult for the young ones at home. But today there's a very interesting device. And this gentleman here, who goes by the name of Mr. Kafui Prebi, was telling me about it a couple of days ago. And I'm like, hey, so we don't even need internet. He's like, no. All you need to do is just plug it. Like, just plug it and then connect and you're good to go. And I'm like, you know what, I think all the parents out there, everyone who needs, no, not just parents, everyone needs to know what this device does. So welcome, Mr. Kafui Prebi.
Hey, thanks, Kobe.
Yes. So Mr. Kafui Prebi is from TechAid. First of all, TechAid, they are the manufacturers of Sanka. It's a small box, not the bowl that we treat McQueen, right? It's not that one. Because I can see it.
It's not that one. It's a small little digital Sanka.
Yeah, it's a digital Sanka with knowledge on it.
Absolutely.
Please introduce yourself to my audience so they know who they're listening to.
All right, thank you, Kobe. My name is Kafui Prebi. I'm CEO for TechAid. TechAid is a technology company or technology social enterprise. We've been around for close to a decade.
Wow.
We've worked in various countries, Ghana, Nigeria. In fact, even during the Ebola time, we provided internet connectivity from our offices in Accra.
Wow. And
we're managing 5 countries. We've worked with quite a lot of international organizations, World Education, Comfort International, Plan International, World Vision, and so on and so forth. So we are like the technology aid to all the development partners that want to do something. And there's no corner in this country that I haven't been yet.
Nice. One of these days when you're going to all the other corners, take me. I need to figure out.
It's a nice feeling outside there. Really nice. I love it.
It's embarrassing to say I don't know more more of Ghana. I just know Accra, Greater Accra, and Kumasi.
Come with me on the next trip.
Definitely. Anyways, so we mentioned Sanka.
Right.
And everyone who knows Sanka knows that it's an earthenware bowl where we do our garden egg stew or kotomire stew, grind it, and then some like to eat their brode and PCA with it straight from there. But your Sanka does not serve food.
Serves knowledge.
Tell us, what is a Sanka?
Well, so a Sanka is just a Wi-Fi enabled device that allows you to access content using any device like a phone, a tablet, a laptop, or name it, any Wi-Fi enabled device. Once you put on the device, it broadcasts the Wi-Fi. Just like any normal Wi-Fi in an office, it broadcasts, and then the Wi-Fi name will be called Sanka. So you connect to it, you log in, it would ask you to do some little registration, you do it, and that's it. The world is yours. You can access all the content that you want on that Sanka.
Wait, so is Wi-Fi enabled?
Yes.
meaning that it creates its own like hotspots.
Absolutely.
What we call hotspots.
Absolutely.
And then I can connect to it with my phone.
Yes.
And then I have everything.
Yes, you have everything that you need to be able to access, especially educational content.
Wow. And I was telling people it doesn't use internet. So how is it giving me everything?
Okay, so Sanka has been like 3 years of research. Okay. So Tech had been installing labs across the country, and like I said, we've installed over 100 labs across this country, technology labs.
Interesting.
And when we started, we were putting all the digital content on the computers before we send them to the rural areas.
Okay.
Until after several years of working with all these schools and international agencies, sometimes the content gets outdated on the computers.
Yeah.
The question is, how do I go back and change that content all around the country? It's very difficult. So we sought to find a device where we could put that content, but then when it gets to a point where you need to update it, it should easily just be updatable.
Right.
And then you take it back to the lab or to the house or wherever, and then you can access the content.
Okay.
So that set us on a journey.
Wow.
To look for something portable, something durable, something cheap, that you can put all the content, and you can carry anywhere and still access the content you need.
And there lies the Sanka.
Absolutely.
So it's a very tiny, I mean, listeners who cannot see it, well, if you're watching us on Facebook, on our Facebook Live, you'd see the Sanka device. It's a very small rectangle, cube. Very small, smaller than even a Game Boy, smaller than the smallest phone I've seen. But yeah, very pocket-sized, portable device. Okay, say pockets, like not your average pocket, but
small.
Quite small. Okay, so this box houses the content that you have curated over a period of time.
Yes.
And anytime that it gets outdated, people can just carry this, go connect it to the internet, it updates it, and then they go back.
That's it.
Wow. So I never provided it's updated, I don't have to connect it to the internet again.
No. And you can share it. Because the whole idea is
how many people can use this? I
mean, 20 people minimum can connect to it. The Wi-Fi connectivity, throughput is about 54 megabits per second. Absolutely. So if you want people to enjoy video connectivity, you need at least 2 megabits connection for each person.
Right.
And so we're limited. So if you have a Wi-Fi hotspot, you need to have at least 27 people times 2. That gives you 54.
54, yeah.
For good throughput. But we don't want to give people that stress. We want them to enjoy the video. So we intentionally limit it to 20 people.
Right.
It doesn't mean that it can't do more than that. We want good speed. We want good, faster connection. So we limit it to 20 people. So 20 devices, either 20 desktops that have Wi-Fi cards, 20 laptops, 20 anything.
So if I don't have a Wi-Fi card on my desktop, I can't connect.
You can't. So all you need to do is a Wi-Fi card is pretty cheap now. It's less than 100 today. So once you have an old desktop, just buy a Wi-Fi card. In fact, these
tiny thumb drive ones. Yeah, I've seen those ones.
Those Wi-Fi cards. They are not even cards anymore.
Yeah, like Wi-Fi thumb.
Like a Wi-Fi. It's a little USB thing.
Yeah, and then you just plug it in there,
and then that's it. You connect your PC, and then you are connected.
Okay, so now why the name Asanka? Because I mean, Asanka would be synonymous to food, but this is synonymous to knowledge. So why the name Asanka?
So Asanka is also an abbreviation.
Oh, is it?
It is.
Tell me about it.
All subjects and new knowledge access.
Interesting.
All subjects and new knowledge access.
How long did it take you to think about this?
How?
Like, I want to tell me the Eureka moment story. Like, you're like, all subjects and you rearrange.
A lot of brainstorming back in the US, thinking quietly, through the process about how do we come up with something that's unique. And so a lot of brainstorming sessions were going on. And then all of a sudden, boom, the name came. Oh, it's all subjects. Because the idea is, they are Patoriua. It's like, there's tomatoes, there's this, there's that in there. So all the subjects, English, math, science, everything in the Asanka, right? Yeah. So you box it all up. So the idea is all subjects. And then what are they really doing? It's new knowledge. What are they trying to do? We're trying to give free access.
Exactly.
So all subjects and free. So the whole idea is how do you get free content to people in all subjects? Interesting.
Okay, so now we know all subjects and new knowledge access.
Yes.
aka Asanka. It doesn't mean that the Asanka in your kitchen is all subject and new knowledge access to. Now, what would inspire? Because you mentioned that back in the US, so it means that you were back in the US. You were working there or studying?
No, just trips back and forth.
Right.
I mean, working with business partners.
Okay.
And the whole idea was, I mean, I work a lot and live here in Ghana.
Okay.
But some of the partners we work with, you know, we go there. So when we started to look for something that is low voltage, low powered, and the Asanka is only 1 watt. Only 1 watt. If I can keep it on the whole month, and your bill will not even be 10 cedis.
Okay, now let's put that in perspective. What's the power of a regular light bulb?
So I mean, there's 10 watts,
yeah.
There's 20 watts, there's 50 watts,
all the way to 100.
Yes.
And this is 1 watt. So
one.
It's even not as powerful as a light bulb.
No.
So it could be on and it will not even be chopping
your monthly bill will not even be up to 10 cedis if you keep it on.
Oh, now that's more efficient than, you know, plugging in your routers and everything.
Absolutely. So, like, I'm sitting right here in the studio. How am I powering Asanka? I'm actually powering it with the USB port of my laptop.
Yeah.
But it's on. And it's broadcasting the Wi-Fi now. So, if there are 20 people here, as long as my laptop is on and the power from the port, that's it.
Wow.
You can use a power bank.
Yeah.
Right? To power it. Even, you know, the car lighter.
Yeah.
You know, the cigarette lighter that, you know, we travel with. You plug it in, put it in your, you know, the phone cable into the Asanka and power it on. You can travel the whole journey and your kids in the car, each one with a tablet
connected,
his head connected. They'll be studying, watching videos and everything.
Interesting. So I just pulled out my phone because I noticed that Sanka was on, and I turned on my Wi-Fi, and I've seen Asanka Primary JHS.
Yeah.
And I've just connected to it. So while I'm connecting, and as you mentioned, I will be asked, when I try to log in, I will be asked to register. And let's continue the conversation.
Yeah.
So, TechAid, how long have you been at this?
So the Sanka device itself development has been about 3 years working in back and forth. The inspiration, as I said, it's all local.
Right.
It's how do we get digital content to places where internet is non-existent. But those kids are digital natives. They like to study by watching videos, by, you know, reading books online and so on and so forth. And we all know all the kids today like to learn that way. Yeah. So the best thing is, how do we get something to places where internet is not available? One, places where internet is available, but it's expensive. 3, how do we get content to places where even if it's available, it's not as good to be able to stream any video content, right? And so when I was talking a couple of days here, I said, how do you display or how do you explain to somebody waves from a sea, right? And Kojo was, you know, showing, he used his hand to, but that's not, you know, but if you have a video in a classroom in a rural area where a teacher has either a phone or a tablet or something and show the waves to the kids, they appreciate what waves is. So these videos are all curated and put on the Asanka, and the way we've organized it is based on the syllabus, the GES syllabus.
Okay.
We've broken it down. So
you actually took your time to go through the syllabus and then, you know, arrange the content to match that. That's very interesting. So
when we set off on the journey, I think about a year and a half into it, then the syllabus was changed last year.
Yeah.
So we had to backtrack, restart.
Wow.
You know, and then reorganize the whole Asanka again. And then thanks to my team at TechAid, they are a wonderful team, you know, wonderful tech team, doing marvelous things.
Well, that's very interesting. Now, when you mentioned, you know, students learning in the rural areas, reminds me of when we, you know, one of our reporters did a story where we went somewhere in the north and the teacher was teaching information and
I remember that.
Yeah, that was very interesting, where he has to show them how to create a folder and then, you know, everything, and it's on a blackboard, and the kids cannot see this. So with this, all they need is probably just a big tablet. They connect that tablet to the Asanka, and then that's it. All that content is there for them to go through.
They can practice. In fact, the Sanka allows them even to take test items.
Wow.
So we've put the BEC questions, you know, we've kind of simulated it, put it there, so they can take the test items, it will mark, and give them some feedback.
Nice. Now, I'm seeing, you know, a vision where the kids in the rural areas, some TechAid gets some big money and goes to buy like very durable tablets and goes to distribute to them.
Even before you land, we've started, because of the COVID, we've just started distributing letters to other international organizations.
Wow.
Our target is to try to raise some money to send at least about 3,500 Sanka devices across the country. So this is our target.
Before I think I have thought.
Yes, and we've started sending letters out this week, and our CEO has been contacting local and international organizations to try to see how we can help students, especially those who are in the rural areas who need access to these things. So if anybody wants to help TechAid providers, buy 100, send to the school, buy 200, send to the schools. We're very, very open.
Sure. That makes a whole lot of sense. Now, we've spoken about the syllabus, and we've seen that. Okay, so I tried signing in, and I saw that it was connected to Sanka Primary JHS. Does that mean SHS and university students are left out?
So, the SHS content is pretty unique and has a lot more. So we've created a box separately for SHS content.
Okay.
So that's work in progress.
Right.
So we started from the KG, primary and JHS level, and then once we're done with this, we're going to the SHS level.
Cool.
But we thought there was a huge gap, and especially because I'm an educationist, I'm very interested in the foundation where people start to learn. How do they pick up vocabulary? How do they learn the right skills? So we focused on KG. So even for KG, we're trying to have a separate box for just all the KG, which is a lot of videos that teach them literacy and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But so now we're focusing on pre-tertiary, but pretty soon we'll go to secondary and possibly tertiary.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, so let's say I'm a KG.
Yeah.
No, let me start from primary. KG, because you said primary is. So I'm in primary, and I've got myself an Sanka box, and I've got tablets I've connected to it. What do I see? So
you log onto the interface. You basically would have 3 key buttons right there. So one button would say practical resources. The other button will say a Sanka Cloud account. And the third one will say interactive games. And then the one which is on the left, and the big one, it's all organized. The GS syllabus is all on the left. It's structured. Digital literacy, which is some content that you need to learn about how you get your digital literacy skills. Then the primary, then the JHS, and it's broken down into upper primary and lower primary, JHS 1, 2, and 3. So that if you click on a particular subject area, say JHS 1, you get all the math, English, science, and everything. You want to take math, you click on the math, it opens up, and then it takes you to the strands and the sub-strands based on the new GS syllabus. And under each of those strands, we've put there some PDF materials, we've put there some videos, we've put there some quizzes or test items. Not everything is all perfect. It's still work in progress. However, you would find that under every strand, you either find a video, or you find a test item, or you find a PDF material which would help you to talk about or learn that particular topic. So it's still work in progress, but we've achieved quite a lot. Over 90+% filled. We keep adding more every time. So that's how you get to access all the content.
Wow. Okay, so that means that this box has its own storage.
Yes.
How big is it?
So minimum you can get 64 gig, and it can go as way as 400 gig.
Wow. So you offer them in different capacities?
Absolutely. If you go to myasanka.com right now, you would see the different classes, 64 gig, 128, 256,
all the way up
2 to 400.
That's interesting.
So, we did a project with Comfort. Comfort has a lot of schools across the country, and so they opted for 256 gig, and that was what they requested, and we did it for them. But the entry price is for 64.
64 gig.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what happens when you put plenty stuff on it and then it gets full?
So you have what you call a cloud account. You have the opportunity to manage your own boxes. And so the way it works is that if I have a cloud account, I log into my cloud account and I connect my box. Any things that I want to delete, I can delete and add new things.
Right. So once I connect to the box and I sign up, I have access to the box to delete content.
Yes.
Wouldn't my children who are playing with the box just end up deleting stuff that would
No, so there's an admin. It's a super user account.
Right.
That only you, the parent, have
only
access
to. Spiky.
Only the spiky. Only the spiky has access to that.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. We don't give them access to be able to delete anything. Okay. No. You need a super user account to be able to do that.
That's great. So, besides, now we know that you don't need internet because you synchronize the stuff. How do I get to know that my content on the box has expired?
So, oftentimes when you purchase the device, we give you we release updates, just like on your phone. We release updates, and so we send text messages to people. This is a new system that people are asking for, so we send you updates that look, there's new updates for this. So then you just connect it to any internet connection anywhere, and then you click the sync button, and then it updates with all the new content.
So how do you connect it to the internet?
So there is a port.
Okay.
Right.
There's a network port.
There's a network port, right? So with that, you just get any cable anywhere,
plug it in.
Connect, put it in. Once you're logged in, like you're doing on your phone now, there's an update button.
Okay.
Once you click, and then it will just sync all the new things onto the box.
Pretty much, my device that is connected to it is my screen to the device.
That's the thing.
Okay.
That's how you control. That's how you control the Sanka with your phone or with
your tablet or your laptop or your desktop.
That's it.
That's your screen. That's your window to the soul of the Sanka.
Absolutely.
Okay, now that's great. If you're listening to the show is Geek Squad. We're talking about Sanka, and no, it's not the earthenware bowl. It's a knowledge device that gives you knowledge.
Wisdom pot.
A wisdom pot. Without internet access. So yeah, you can send your messages to us via WhatsApp and Telegram. It's 0244340437. If you are not near your radio, you're moving from your car to your house, you can catch us on Facebook at Joy997FM, and you can send us a tweet at Joy997FM. Add the hashtag JoyGeekSquad. And if you want to join the Telegram group, it's t.me/JoyGeekSquad. Enter it into your browser. I'll take you straight to our Telegram group. Now, Geek Squad is brought to you by Mobile Money Interoperability, powered by GIPS. Be our hero, be safe, stay home. Across ISAFA and COVID Connect, a digital service that connects to the medical team at University of Ghana Medical Center. Access COVID Connect by downloading the C app from the Play Store or iOS. Now, Mr. Kafi Perby.
Yes.
I'm very, very interested in this device.
I can tell.
I'm a tinkerer. I like tearing things down. Would you be releasing your trade secret if you told me what was in it?
Yes.
You would be releasing it there.
Why don't you let me keep that and let's discuss that outside this,
Okay. So yeah, unfortunately guys, my geek part was coming out too much. So let me go back to the regular guy.
Let's talk about the students at home and how they benefit, because they're going to write exams.
Yes, definitely. Speaking of which, so does the Sanka prepare someone for an exam?
Absolutely, yes. Like I said, we've taken the past questions from the BEC.
Okay.
And then we've, had our team work on making it interactive. So once you get into that portion of the box, you put in your username and password, and then you can take all the objective questions. For now, it's all the objectives, and then you answer it. It gives you a quick feedback on how many, and gives you some suggestions as to what you got wrong and what you should be doing and getting right. Just to prepare you for that kind of,
like a mock
kind of
taking a mock exam
on the go.
Yeah, that's
on the
cool.
go.
So Sammy Dexter is asking, can you connect Sanka to Wi-Fi?
To Wi-Fi, no. Sanka itself, it's
a Wi-Fi hotspot.
It's like having two hotspots at home and asking this to connect to that. Unless you change one from an AP mode to the other mode, then one connects and one becomes a router. So you can't do two APs.
Okay, so he was probably wondering if he was going to do his updates, how was he going to do that if not using the network cable? So it means that you still have to use the network cable.
Yeah, just get it. If you have a router, which of the networks routers, there's always a RJ45 port behind it. Just put it in and then connect to the Sanka.
So Sanka gives Wi-Fi, does not take Wi-Fi.
No, it gives.
Okay, so now let's say me, Spiky, I want to create my own syllabus.
Yeah.
And let my children learn from my Spiky syllabus.
Yeah.
Can I upload my own content to the Sanka?
Absolutely.
So I can create my own Spiky ES.
Absolutely.
Not GES.
Absolutely. In fact, there are some organizations that have come to us, and even some in Liberia right now, that's a health NGO.
Right.
So they bought the blank Sanka box from us, and they put their own health content, and then they send it to the rural areas, so the community health people are using it. But so think of Sanka as a device. We have pivoted ourselves and we've curated educational content on it. But the platform allows you to put about 7 different types of content.
Wow.
Videos, audios, PDFs, static content and all that. So we have what we call blank Sanka.
Okay.
All you need to have is one cloud account. You can connect that cloud account to even 20 or 100 devices. Once you upload and they connect and sync, they all get it.
Okay.
So you can actually do that on your own. In fact, the one we also gave, which has portion used for the GS content, there's other portion that you can also add your own content. And some schools are doing it. I mean, kudos to Alpha Beta School, which started with us. Kudos to Bishop Bowers, who started with us. And then some international needs NGO, Comfort, Plan International. They've all put their own content on it. And, you know, some are their own child policy and so on and so forth. You know, so the kids get to access that apart from the GS content that we have there. Yeah.
Okay. So Dexter is back. He's saying that, so what if the network that you're connecting to has restrictions to update the device? How do you get around that? So let's say you have to configure your own IP on it or something. How do you get around that?
So if the router at home that you're using has a DHP setting, DHCP, dynamic protocols. So if it has that, once you connect a cable to automatically, the Sanka would accept DHCP.
But if it's static?
If it's static, then you probably have to log in. But we encourage that the router would have, because other than that, you have to get a back-end access to the Sanka, which is, you know, like, I mean, on your phone, you don't get the back-end to change the OS and everything. Right. You know, you use the front end. Yeah.
Okay. So now I'm seriously very interested in the blank Sanka and what's its capabilities. But before we get to that, we're going to go for a commercial break. Now, when we come back, we're talking about Sanka, the wisdom pot, you said.
Yes, it's the wisdom pot.
Great. So we'll be right back. The show is Geek Squad.
Hello. This is UGMC COVID Connect.
I'm Dr. Wilfred Asma.
I understand you have a runny nose. It doesn't necessarily mean you have COVID-19, and that is why I need you to calm down, so that we do the best we can to help you.
COVID Connect, a digital service, connects you to the medical team at the University of Ghana Medical Center for quality medical support, expert psychological counseling, testing, and in-hospital management.
Access COVID Connect by downloading Lucy Vitals on Play Store or iOS.
COVID Connect is brought to you by the UGMC, the Ministry of Health, and supported by the Farm Access Foundation.
And we're back. So COVID Connect, are you worried you may be having COVID-19 symptoms? Do not panic. Just download the Lucy app to access COVID Connect. COVID Connect is not just an app. It is a service. COVID Connect is a virtual consulting room which allows users of the app to fill in their COVID-19 symptoms. And if your symptoms are rated mild to high risk, you will receive a call from the medical team at the University of Ghana Medical Center. They will care for you based on the treatment guidelines prescribed by the WHO at the comfort of your home. And an ambulance will be dispatched to pick those who may require in-hospital treatment and testing for COVID-19. Download the Lucy app right now and connect to this service. Lucy is spelled Luccii. COVID Connect, connect for help. COVID Connect is brought to you by the UGMC, Ministry of Health, and supported by the Farm Access Foundation. Now, another technology that we're talking about is Sanka, the wisdom pot. And so far, we've learned that knowledge does not necessarily have to be online. It can be online and it can be shared. And I like the concept of sharing. I mean, when I say this, some people are looking at me like, yes, you peer-to-peer content download. No, that's not what I mean. And, you know, COVID season has made kids stay at home and people want to have access to content so they can have their children learn. And Sanka seems to be solving that problem. So we've been asking questions. I've asked you to ask your questions on WhatsApp. You can send them to 0244 340437. What do you want to know about Sanka? What do you want to know about, you know, a device that lets your children learn from home? Now, so I've got questions here. Seth from Aoshi says, please, what is the cost of Sanka? Yes.
Okay, so the Sanka is going for 700 CDs. We're doing promo right now. And if you want to purchase, you can actually go to myasanka.com. There's an opportunity for you to just purchase from there, or you can call our office lines 0303 976 600,
okay,
or 026 573 200 33200. Yeah.
Right. So good evening. Please, if I buy the KG one, can I also get contents for the primary one? That's from Bismarck.
So we've separated the KG from primary and JHS because there's a lot of videos for the KG, and so we've created just a specific box for KG.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what if I want both in one? Is it possible?
It is possible. Okay. It is possible. We have just separated because when we look at the new syllabi and the videos that are requested, that's why we did that.
Great. Okay. So we've got more questions. You can send your questions to 0244340437 on WhatsApp and Telegram. Those who are asking for the Telegram account, it's t.me/joygeeksquad. Just open your browser, enter T for telephone, .me as in me, myself, /joy, Joy FM, geek, GEEK, and then squad, SQUAD. If you have any tech questions, anyone there who's a techie will help you out. Yes. So back to my playground, the blank Asanka.
Right.
So I'm looking for more use cases. I'm thinking, I get a lot of people say, "Oh, Spikey, I need you to copy this for me. Can you copy?" So I can buy an Asanka.
Absolutely.
Upload the content that people are always bugging me for onto it.
Yeah.
Put it somewhere in my house.
Yeah.
Where all the people in my house can access it.
Yes.
And then just stream or possibly download the content from there.
Yeah. So what we're trying to solve is that it should make distribution of the content easy for you, right? Save some cost, and where it is difficult, it should be available. So you download all your content onto the Asanka and you put it there. We did a project with World Education where they had some audio files on child issues and so on, and they went to the village, trained the children, and left the Asanka on. They had lots of videos. Within a month, the printed materials that they sent, the people didn't read at all. When we looked at the use case behind it, there were over 600 connections, unique connections. People who came back and watched the video several times.
Wow.
They just left it.
That's very interesting. So someone's asking, please, can virus catch Asanka?
You can only take from Asanka. You can't give to a account. It's not a read-write.
Okay.
So, it doesn't allow you to have that.
So the users only have
one way, read access.
But then me,
exactly. Super user has absolutely.
Yes, so if you're not a super user like me,
no.
So that means that if you, the super user, upload a virus, then you sports matter.
Oh, you cannot. We will not even allow you. Because the back end is really secure. We put a lot of things in there.
Okay, that's cool. And someone's asking how. This is from Derek in Texas. How secured is the data, both static and dynamic? And what measures do you have in place to ensure security? That's from Derek in Texas.
Yes. We're putting a lot of security measures. The backend, actually, we've used some open source applications, right? And it's a computer board. The way it is that we've encrypted every content onto the small board, such that even if you're hacking, some people have tried it. We use SD cards to put on the data. They take the SD cards and they try to put it in a piece. It won't work.
Okay.
We encrypt all the data into one application, and it's a write access. You cannot do anything.
Okay. Cool. So it's very secure.
Yeah.
Wilfred is asking, Spike, is it my understanding that you cannot use Asanka except you have a router? No.
You just put it on, just like any Wi-Fi device at home. It broadcasts the Wi-Fi, and then you connect with phone, tablet, laptop. You don't need a router.
So
the Asanka itself is a router.
It's a router, so it's like your small MiFi.
Absolutely.
With content on it.
Yes. So let's take like people are used to MiFi. It's just your MiFi on the go, but with all the content.
With all the content. So you just plug it into any USB port or power supply just to power it.
That's it.
And that's it.
You're gone.
So even a power bank. And got a question here. Okay, that's not a question. And so the device that connects to Asanka, does it need any specific specifications, or any laptop, phone, or tablet with any type of specs will be able to connect? That's from Na in mile 7. Hi Na.
Once you have a device that has a Wi-Fi connection, no problem, it can connect. All you need is that you need a browser on it. Okay. Either Chrome or any of the Google, any other browsers. Just put it on it. That's it. I mean, I use Apple sometimes, so you can use Safari, any browser, Opera Mini. Once you have it on it, that's all you need.
So it's heavily dependent on a browser. So you don't even, your specs can be very low.
Yes.
But once you have a browser,
that's it.
And then you're good. So we've got another question. He says, please add your name when you ask a question so we can mention your name. Copyright issues, what's the plan for it?
Yeah, so we're our legal team, we have lawyers who are working on that so that you can't do anything. Most of the content that we've also put on it is some that we've sourced out free, free content that's
so free
online.
To use content,
free to use content that we've also put on it, so we don't have any of those challenges. We're trying to get our own content. We are partnering now with some writers, the major writers in Ghana who are GS certified, and we're going to create what we call the Sanka store, where the writers will put their digital books there, and then you buy and sync directly onto the Sanka. So we're now in talks with some of the writers. So if some writers have content or people have great content approved by GES or almost approved that they want to share on their Sanka store, then feel free to contact us at asanka@techA.global.
asanka@techA.global. Hi, the device is great. Can you install batteries in your next generation model so it can be used anywhere since it uses just 1 watt? Please add your name. Thank you very much.
Absolutely, yes. What we're actually trying to do is get a small solar panel that sits on top of the Sanka, so that even without the batteries, you don't need to replace them. Anywhere you go, once it's a little bit of sunlight, that's it. But yes, we appreciate it. We're thinking about that. How do we put the batteries in? But we're also thinking about how do we put the solar, because it's so small. The power requirement is really small, so that even without the batteries, anywhere you are, you should be able to power up.
Like those calculators back in the day which had a solar.
That's it. That's exactly what we're thinking of doing. That's our next generation we're looking at. Yes.
Nobody should steal the idea.
No, people are listening.
Another question Boston is asking, Spike, I want to know, can we run it in a server in the office?
No, it's a standalone device.
Okay.
It's just like having a little router at home. Yeah.
Okay, so you can't run it in a server.
No.
Okie dokie. We've got more questions. I want to know about the blank one, i.e. the prices, and I can see some monthly payment options too. Can you clarify on that, please? That's from Malco.
Okay, Malco, if you want to update your own content, or you want to get the content updated, you need to register to have what we call the Sanka Cloud account.
Okay.
Right? It's like a storage space. It's like having your own email somehow where you put your own content. And that cloud account gives you legibility to your own box and to manage it, right? You can wipe it, you can add new content, and so on and so forth. Now, if you don't subscribe and have the cloud account, which is a little bit of a token for a monthly subscription, then the box is as current as the day you bought it.
Okay.
However, if you want to be adding and to be updating, because we would also be updating the content.
Right.
Remember, it's an offline device. So once you want to get the latest content, you need to connect to something. You need a cloud account.
Okay.
That's why you have a little subscription for that.
Okay, so Wilfred is coming for some clarification with this question. Apparently, he says it's in connection with updating the content. So to update the content on the Sanka, you need a router.
Yes, you need but what I say to people is that even in rural areas, there's some internet cafe.
Right. So you just need to take it to an internet cafe.
Just take it to where an office internet cafe, plug it, download all the new content, unplug it and take it away. For the next 3 months or 6 months, if you don't want any new content, just leave it as it is, and people can just keep consuming
what is already
and it's all free to them.
Okay.
So anybody who connects to it, it's free. So they have no challenges.
So when uploading, what format does it take? For instance, photos, videos, does it go as a RAW, JPEGs, MP4?
Yeah, it depends on the format that you have saved to the device. If it's, JPEG, it will go as a JPEG. If it's a PDF, it will go as a PDF. Yeah.
Right, okay.
So you determine what format.
Okay, so let's say I'm in the office and because back to my blank canvas, and sometimes we have some content that we share, saying when new employees join us, and then they have to orientation content and everything, so a company can buy that and then put it on there, so when we recruit new people, they just connect to it and then they go through the whole orientation process straight from the Sanka.
Absolutely. So all content, so these are use cases. So if you're in an office, for example, like you said, you put your own structured content on your Sanka, leave it at a reception, leave it at the offices, and people can just connect at any time and access the content. So it can be applied to any once it's digital content. That's it.
Great. Okay, so if you're listening to us, the show is Geek Squad. We're talking about Sanka. which is a device that allows you to get content without internet for your kids. And we are getting some phone calls. I was just about to open the phone lines, but it seems people are beating me to it. Anyways, before I accept this call, let me announce the phone lines: 0302-216-541 and 0244-340437. You can give us a call. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Your name and where you're calling from?
I'm Isaac, calling from Ashalabuchi Lakeside.
Great. Isaac, your question.
Okay, the question is that
yeah.
I want to know if I want to advertise on Joy FM. Is there a difference between what I'll pay for if I'm on a particular program and if I'm just doing announcements?
I believe that question will be best suited for sales people. So my producer will take your phone number and then he'll give you someone who can answer that for you. Thank you very much. So yeah, he was in a hurry to call, but unfortunately his question had nothing to do with the show. So if you're listening to us and you want to call, the number is 0302-216-541 or 0244-340437. And the question here: does the Ministry of Education / GES approve this Sanka thing?
Okay, so we've worked with the Ministry of Education. We've had discussions. We've shown them the device. They've seen it, and we've explained to them that it is content that is freely available that we're putting there and relating them to the topics that are expected. Right. So just like having your child, he has a topic on quadratics. He goes online to look for quadratic equations, and then now it's all on the Sanka. So we're in the process of working to get a full approval for the device, but they've seen it, we've talked to them, we've had discussions going forward, and we hope that once it's approved. Now, the other thing we're trying to do is, since the Sanka is actually a platform, and it's free content we've put there so far, we're working with the publishers who have GES certified content to now put it on it for a token. So once you have a cloud account, you can download all the GES approved content onto it. And we don't need even to go through the approval process because we are like a platform. And once the publisher, the writers have their approval, automatically the content on Sanka has approval.
Great. So we have another call on the line. Hello?
Hi. Good evening, Kobe.
Good evening, sir. Your name and where you're calling from?
Alex from Hacho.
Hi, Alex.
Yeah, great. Doing well. Just wanted to find out from Akafi, his name is.
Yes.
If the content, particularly the text content on the device, is OCR, that is optical character recognized.
Right.
Particularly for screen reader users who would also want to purchase the device.
Great. That's a brilliant question. Thank you very much for calling.
It's not an OCR. It's a straight web to interface where you have an interactive section. So backend, just putting the questions or putting the answers into the questions, and it just answers to you. So it's not an OCR thing that will mark it up.
Right. No. Okay. So I think, for instance, the PDF. Okay. Before we continue, hello.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm Chidiak. I'm calling from Safla. It goes like this.
Sure.
Mr. Sanka, you are developing this, if I'm not mistaken, more or less for rural folks. Don't you think 700 is too much for a rural folk that should acquire this? Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling.
I appreciate the concern. It costs us not less than 80% of what you see to be able to produce. Our target is to try to reduce the price of the device, right, by producing on scale, which is why on our own motion we've sent out letters to other international individuals who wants to support us to give it free. However, if it's in a school setting where it's in a lab, we anticipate that either it is through some non-profit organization or something to put it in the school and allow the teachers or the kids to have it for free.
Great.
Yes.
Okay. So got another call on the line. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir. Your name and where you're calling from?
I'm Richard.
Yeah, your question, please.
Yeah, I want to ask about we basically the rural areas. How are you able to have access to you? The area is not network.
Right. Okay, so provide, assuming you don't have network in your area, how do you get access to it? That's what you're asking.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much for calling. Yep.
Yeah, so it doesn't require network connectivity. It's just a device, the portable device that you carry with you. So it has nothing to do with internet or networks.
So we just need a device. And
it doesn't require internet.
So about the other question about the OCR, I think what's my understanding is some people may want the content, let's say because I'm using my browser, I'd want my browser to be able to read the content to me while I'm probably sleeping. That's why I was asking if the content is OCR ready. So is it?
No, it's not.
It's not. So it's just like scanned.
Yes.
So okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys should do that for the visually challenged.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
And they'll be able to get it. Anyways, so any more questions? Let me check on the WhatsApp and the Telegram group if we have people texting us. And yes, one last question. If I'm using a YAM, which has a limited capability browser, can it connect?
So once there's no, Wi-Fi connection, or you can't have your phone connected to a Wi-Fi device, it won't work. You just need a little bit of a smartphone. And these days, almost everybody has kind of a smartphone.
That's generalizing.
Yeah, but at least our thought is that in a home, somebody talks about the price. We're talking about even a locality. If I have a Sanka in my home, it costs me nothing for my neighbors to connect to it.
Right.
So 2-3 families can decide to buy an Sanka and just leave it and let the kids connect to it.
Right.
It has a 25-meter radius.
Okay.
So, that's what we're thinking.
Cool. Another question. Does the device have attenuation issues, and do you resolve it? Can it work with a smart TV? That's from Paul.
Yeah, so smart TV, yes. Once you have a smart TV, you connect to it just like you connect to your internet connection. And then that's it. You're good to go. One school, which in Amrin here, supported by International Needs One organization, bought smart TVs for the classroom, especially for KG.
Right.
So they have all the content, they connect to it, and then that's it.
You just press play.
And then they're watching and just playing and go. So it's content on the go.
Great. Anyway, so any final words, because we ran out of time?
Yeah, so if you want to get access to the Asanka device, go to myasanka.com.
Okay.
myasanka.com. You can purchase from there. You can go through and see what you want. If you have any questions, you can email us, admin@tech8.global. If you want to call our offices, 026-5733-200 or 0303-976-600. We're always available, either email, and the same number 026 is on WhatsApp as well, so we can answer your questions. We do delivery to homes. We have a delivery partner. You pay via the website, and then once we get your location, fill in your location, we'll bring it to you. Now we know it's COVID era, people don't have to move. Just stay at home, we'll drop your Sanka with you.
Great, that's a great service. Thank you very much, Kafri, for joining us. You've been listening to Geek Squad. We'll be talking about My Asanka. Not just My Asanka, everyone's Asanka, which is a knowledge port. It's a device that allows you to, stream, quote-unquote, content for your kids or your young ones in primary and JHS who are staying at home and unable to learn. And it doesn't need internet connectivity. Just plug it into any USB port and you have access to that content that has been preloaded on it. This show was brought to you by Mobile Money Interoperability, powered by GIPS via Hero Be Safe Stay at Home across ISAFA and COVID Connect, a digital service that connects to the medical team at University of Ghana Medical Center. Access COVID Connect by downloading the C app from the Play Store or the iOS App Store. So shout out to my listeners, my dear listeners. Thank you guys for always listening. If we are now from our 7, Godfrey Jabing, who was enjoying the Google A that we started the show with. I thought people didn't know the song. It's a good thing he knows the song. Sammy Dexter, Viola, and Nyameba from the BMW Club GH. My name is Kobe Spike Nkrumah. Thank you very much, Abeku, Sankofi, and Dennis the Fairboy. Welcome back, Dennis. We missed you. And the boy who did nothing, Proficiency. Thank you, Kofi, also for joining us.
Catch
you guys
Thank you so
next
much,
week.